All praises to the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shabbat Shalom. Now, Lord brothers, again into prophecy, and this is actually part of prophecy, believe it or not, even though it seems trivial, which is the love of many waxing cold, and you know, daughters rising against their mothers, so on and so forth. So basically, the synopsis of the situation is a baby daddy runs off with his baby mummy's baby mama's married mama, while the baby mama was at hospital giving birth to their newborn baby, which just seems like a mouthful. Was it a wood chipper? I can't even say that. But yeah, I looked it up on Google, and it says here, woman's boyfriend runs off with her mum while she was giving birth to his baby, which is wicked. A new father abandoned his newborn child and dumped his girlfriend to run off with her 44-year-old mother instead. Now, if she's having your baby and you're with her, she's really meant to be your wife, but under Esau's system, you need a certificate and his permission for a woman to be classed as your wife. Ryan Shelton sent a text to his 24-year-old girlfriend Jess Aldridge hours after she had given birth to their son, telling her he was ending their relationship. Shelton, 29, then moved to Gloucester in southwest England to spend time with Aldridge's mother, Georgina. By the time Aldridge was discharged from hospital, she had lost her mother, Georgina, and boyfriend, and was left to fend for herself, footing the bill for rent and food. You expect a new grandmother to fall in love with the baby, not the father, Aldridge told the son. She's meant to be a granny to my two children. So it seems, she's already had a child by another man. She's meant to be a granny to my two children and help me look after them, but instead she's off shagging my boyfriend. So it's just all kind of wickedness in this family. Aldridge met Shelton online, and they had been together 3 years before he cheated on her with her mother. She gave birth to their son Reuben on January 28th via cesarean section at Gloucester Royal Hospital. They also had another child together. Oh, she did have both their children. Oh, that's just completely wicked then. I stand corrected. They also had another child together during their 3-year relationship. So he abandoned both his children. Things all started going wrong during the UK first lockdown, and this lockdown is just bringing out a lot of spirits in people. It's bringing out a lot of demons in people, man. Because when you have to spend time by yourself and you're not rooted, you pretty much you start going. Them demons start feeding on your consciousness, should I say. She had to watch on as her mother and boyfriend flirted with each other in the house during the months being stuck at home. Aldridge said the experience was horrible as she saw her mother and boyfriend drink together, and one time even caught Shelton touching her mother's bum, which is sick. They also insisted there wasn't anything between them, but I always suspected they were up to something, she told the Sun. Aldridge's mother, Georgina, was married to her 56-year-old husband, Eric, when she decided to run with the much younger Shelton. Georgina reportedly justified her actions by telling her daughter, "We can't help who we fall in love with." Now, it doesn't seem like, her husband is this Aldridge's father, but hey, this is the queendom that we're in. And it says in Isaiah 3:9, the shore of their continents doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. See, they're not even trying to hide this. This is in the news, Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. So you can plainly see how this is Sodom and Gomorrah, which makes it all the more humorous when people talk about how God loves everybody, because, God clearly didn't love Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? If the Most High loved everybody, then he wouldn't have destroyed those kingdoms with fire, And they're always talking about this Arctic flooding and how the polar ice caps are melting, but that's not how the world is gonna end. It's not gonna end by a flood or these geo movies that they make up. It's going to end by fire. As prophesied by the Most High, and everything he says comes to pass. And this is Leviticus 20:10. And a man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, so she was Eric's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So this is how you're supposed to purge sin from amongst yourself, because these laws are perfect and they speak on every single situation known to man. If you steal from a man, you're supposed to repay double. If you see another man's cattle, you're supposed to return it onto him. These laws, so if you find a man's wallet, you're supposed to return to him. I lost my wallet the other day in the area that I live in. It's got my address on it. They could have easily returned it to me, but what they did is they tried to buy some stuff off Amazon, which just shows you how completely vile these people are. You know what I mean? Because I left my letter in the post office, and they actually returned it the other day. They posted it through the letterbox, but there was nothing of value in there. So it might have been a different situation if there was money in there. But at the end of the day, it just shows that not everybody's necessarily in that spirit, but there's a lot of people who are just committing adulterous and just heinous acts in this society, because at the end of the day, the wax of many are gonna wax cold. And let's just get that scripture real quick where Yahweh Shai said, and I shall set So this is just an example of these prophecies coming to pass. It seems like it's not part of prophecy because it's trivial stuff, but it's part of prophecy. This is Luke 12:53. The father shall be divided against the son. Hang on, I'm gonna start at 50, but I have a baptism. Sorry, to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? So they say, the day of the Lord is peace. It is really not. I tell you, nay, but rather division. For henceforth there shall be 5 in one household divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud arise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? So you see all these prophecies come to pass, the windows being darkened, people set at variance against each other, and yet these people, they wanna I saw on the news they wanna send a Mars rover to Mars. You got all these problems on Earth. You can't even keep an electrical grid going on in Texas, but yet you want to spend billions of dollars to send people to Mars. So it doesn't even make any sense. It's like my house being a complete mess, and I'm trying to tell somebody else how to govern their own house. And even the scriptures speak on removing a mote from your eye before you tell your brother to remove your own. And you're supposed to make sure that your house is in order before you tell somebody else how to keep their house in order. So this society is just complete hypocrisy. So really and truly, that man and that woman are supposed to be put to death. And this is Leviticus chapter 18. I'm gonna start at 17. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinsmen. It is wickedness. So it's complete. The Bible even specifically speaks on being with a woman and her mother. It's vile. It's completely vile, because now you have 2 children, and that family is not going to be stable. I mean, how's a family reunion going to look? Now it affects those 2 children, and it just shows you the whole nature of this society. And even Boosie, as much as we speak on the wickedness of Boosie, even he had enough sense to call out that Lori Harvey woman, saying she's been with all these women and she's been men and she's been passed around. She dated Diddy and his son, which is wickedness, because that's whoredom. And a woman's not really supposed to be with more than one man. So to even go into that, she just pretty much messed from the get-go, because from once you leave your husband, you're really supposed to be you know, celibate for the rest. You're supposed to be a widow, you know, until your husband dies, and then when, you know, if you go to another man, you know, you're not supposed to return onto him. But really and truly, you weren't really supposed to get divorced in the first place. But you know what this society is like, and which I'm gonna just leave off with this. You know, even
So
though
women are the
it's
prize.
Chief Ephraim.
Hell yeah.
Speak on it. Speak on how women are the prize. Prize.
Because I think men need women more than women need men.
Explain that. Explain how.
A different mindset. So a different. I'm trying to phrase this, but just because women are so great in my head. For women, it's like, yeah, we don't really need you. We're kind of rocking do with us. We got me and my girls. We're chilling. Like, what are you really gonna help us? What are you gonna do for us? We can do everything ourselves. Well, they need men for reproduction, obviously, but that's
And what else?
What you mean? What else? That's really it. But I really feel like women can get the shit done without men. Truthfully, I don't think like y'all are necessary for us to thrive and.
What does it say? Rise up, you women that are ease. Now, a woman like this, I hope, I pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that a man does not she doesn't find a man as a covering during the upcoming days, because women like this are completely vile in my opinion. You know, me as a man, as much as I feel like, you know, I'm meant to be a covering for a woman, I wouldn't even say, you know, I wouldn't go as far as to be that disrespectful towards women, you know, and I try to have a balanced view of things, you know, even though we understand that is, you know, is Yahweh, then Yahweh Shai, then a man, then a woman, and a child, you know, but at the end of the day, we don't do it with animosity. Now, this woman has been asked why she is superior to a man, and she can't answer, even though everything that she doesn't need men for is built by men, because you don't need men to have have a mobile phone, even though women didn't invent it. You know, men maintain your infrastructures as far as plumbing, the electrical grid is concerned, delivering, you know, heavy goods. I mean, how many heavy goods vehicles are operated by women? You know, all these unpleasant jobs that women find unpleasant, that, you know, they're by men. You know, the only job that women really are in, as far as hospitality is concerned, is being nurses. And if you look at the whole medical industry, it's just complete wickedness. So, you know, it's not surprising that most women are in that situation, because it's kind of a heralded job. You know, you're not doing those jobs that actually keep the society functioning. And she's saying we need the only thing they need men for is to reproduce. But, you know, the time is coming where these women are gonna be grabbing hold onto one man, and women like these, you know, the men of the Lord are gonna look at them and just be completely disgusted by their spirit. You know, I'll go end this video, man. I just this kingdom is just completely vexing in every single facet. You know, how the hell do you run off with your woman's mother? So this place is just like you know, Gomorrah, Sodom and Gomorrah, and is no wonder that the Lord is gonna blaze this place with fire, man, and good riddance to this place. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well. Shalom to the elect. Shabbat Shalom.